If you can keep the bottle also besides you. And let's meditate till the time Madhugaru is going to put some music for your ears. Till that time, I'm going to take you to a meditative state. So be with my voice. Just take a few moments to settle in your comfortable position. Just gently close and rest your beautiful eyes. Just bring your focus onto your breath and relax. Inhale and exhale. When you inhale calmness in you. And when you exhale, just let go of any impatience, any worry, any pain. Just let go of that and relax a little bit more. Your inner world is expanding as you're traveling inwards. Just feel all your tension melting away with your breath. Your shoulders are relaxing. Your face is relaxing. Your fingers are softening. And your toes are becoming loose and relaxed. Your mind is becoming lighter. Just be with your breath and flow with this beautiful breath. If you want to make an intention before you sit for meditation, you can do that. Just watch your body breathing easily and naturally. You're getting deeper and deeper into relaxation. Inhale and exhale. Surrender to your meditation, yourself, to your inner world. Relax a bit more. Just relax and be with your breath. Be with your tranquil, calm, beautiful, lovely breath. Breath that is going to take you to different worlds, to different dimensions. It's going to take you to the world where you belong. Be with your breath for some more time. Be in this world for some more time. Just know yourself. In these few minutes, interact with yourself. In these few minutes, be with your breath and relax deeper and deeper and deeper. Don't think anything. Just be with your breath. And go deeper and deeper and deeper. Feel your body begin to melt away slowly. Your body is melting, and you are with your breath. You are in the space where there's no time, no space. It's the kingdom of energy and thought, intention and manifestation. It's a place of instant vitality. Just be with your breath for some more time. Just be with your breath for some more time. slowly and gently start your journey back to your awareness. Start your journey back into the here and now. But before you do, express your gratitude to the Almighty. Express your gratitude to the light of the universe. Express your gratitude to all the people, situations, circumstances that have come into your life as a lesson or a blessing. Give your gratitude to the angels, to the spirit guides, to the celestial beings who are always around you. Give your gratitude to the animal spirit guides, to your gurus, and last but not the least, your breath. And whenever you're ready, just gently open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. Welcome everyone. I love you all. And I know you all love me too. So even if you don't, you will definitely start loving me. I'm just assuming that. And I think it's a beautiful assumption that I'm making. But yes, I want to assume that because it's a beautiful family. And this beautiful family is with me, with their smiles, with their blessings, with everything here. So welcome, welcome all of you from a beautiful meditation. And today's topic that I'm going to discuss is a beautiful one. It is very close to my heart because this virtue that I'm going to talk about is something that took me a lot of time to hone, to take care of or to install in my mind. So when we talk about virtues, generally what happens is you also might have realized that what we talk about virtues is either we talk about happiness, we talk about gratitude, we talk about love, we talk about self-love, we talk about compassion, we talk about a lot about these virtues. But what happens is there's so many other virtues also there with us that are lesser known, that we don't know about anything. We don't know how to own those virtues or bring those virtues, because each and every virtue that we build or bring in our lives, it is one of the lessons that we have to bring. So in these 5 weeks, I'm going to talk about 5 lesser known virtues which are there in our lives, and we know it, we are aware, but we don't pay much heed or much attention to that. So in that series, today is the first one, and this is the art of acceptance. And I'm going to share with you how I actually, started installing it as a habit in my life, and how I try to bring this virtue in my life, because acceptance is something which everybody, I think, needs. Now, what happens is, if we talk about the humankind, it is basically driven with the sheer need of contentment. You might have also experienced sometimes what happens is There are people who have got everything in their lives, be it all the luxuries, you name them and they have it, but still there is a lot of discontent in them. They're not contented, they're not at peace. On the contrary, there are people who've got nothing in them. They don't have anything, no luxuries, nothing, no comforts, but still they're happy. So when we talk about this degree of contentment, because it varies from person to person, when we talk about these degree of contentment, it comes when we start and how much we have started accepting our situations, our circumstances, and our life. So this degree of contentment, I'm again repeating, the degree of contentment depends upon how much have you accepted your life as it is. Now the question is, how do we install this habit? Because trust me, when you start honing the skill of acceptance, the life becomes more happier, the life becomes more productive, the life becomes how we want it to be. Now the question is, if you tell me that install a software in a computer, it's going to be an easy task. But when we talk about installing a habit in our mind, it is a very difficult job, because when we talk about acceptance, like any other virtue, it also is connected to the mind. And any change that is coming into the mind, any change that is coming into the perspective, any change that is coming into the perception of us needs a lot of inside job, lot of inner work. Now, before you install this habit, before I share with you the tips to cultivate this art of acceptance, I would first love to tell you what acceptance actually means. What does it include? What is the meaning of acceptance? Because it is just not merely the word. It has a wide spectrum of meaning. What is the meaning of acceptance? So now here I'm sharing my perspective about acceptance. In case if you differ from me and if you think that, no, this is not acceptance, my definition of acceptance is different, I would request you to share that with all of us. This is something that I'm sharing my perspective, my view through my own experiences, how I have seen acceptance from my point of view, and how and what the angels have taught me. Now, first of all, for me, acceptance is that everything is not under our control. We have a very big misconception that we can control everything. Yes, our thoughts are there, and our thoughts create our life, our destiny, everything. But there are certain situations, there are certain circumstances that are unpredictable. That yes, they come from our past lives, they come from our past, the recent past or the current past, which are not predictable. So when we talk about acceptance, acceptance means that everything is not under our control. For example, I'll tell you my experience. So during the COVID period, so when there was a lull recently, 1 month or 1.5 months back, what happened was I started visiting those families who had lost their relatives because of this virus. And I was devastated to see what was happening there, because there were people who had so much of guilt. There was so much of shame in them. There was so much of, they were so angry with everything, because they thought that they could have done something for them. Probably they were thinking that, maybe I would have got the oxygen cylinder in time. I would have actually saved my relative. I would have gotten the bed in time. I would have saved my relative. I could have, probably taken the relative or the family member in time to the hospital. I could have saved. So there is so much of anger. There was so much of guilt that was building up at that time, that they were not able to come out of it. It was so difficult for them to come out of it. So What they were saying was, they were thinking that the death could have been controlled by them. They were not able to accept the deaths, the absence of their lost ones. They were not able to accept that. And that is why this acceptance was not there. And that is why they were thinking that, no, I have a need to control the life. I have a need to control the death. So when we talk about acceptance, acceptance means we cannot control everything in our lives. Secondly, for me, acceptance is a way of letting things be. Now, what happens is we keep running after something. And we try so hard to get that thing, be it the person, be it the situation, be it a job, be it anything, that we start trying too hard that it starts getting farther away from us. So sometimes when we start accepting things and let things be, we start coming in alignment with the universe. I'll give you my example again, because my sessions are always about my experiences. So I'll give you one example first, that when I started connecting with the angels, there was this feeling of fear of losing them. I used to feel that, oh my God, they are going to abandon me. So I used to cry and howl. I used to wallow in pain. I used to say, no, angels, I want to see you. I want you to be here. So what I was doing was, I wanted to hold them. I just was trying to put so many conditions on them, that I want you to be here. I want you to be at this particular time. I want to see you right now. So what happened was, the angels stopped coming to me for at least 1.5 months. They did not give me any sign. They did not talk to me. They did not come to me. They did not do anything, because they wanted me to learn this art of acceptance. They wanted me to accept that I had a fear that was driving me crazy. And I had to take care of that fear. Then only will they be able to come back to me. So patiently, they tried to make me understand this. And when I started accepting my fears, when I started accepting all this, whatever was happening with me, then was the time when I started aligning with them. Then was the time when I started tuning with their frequencies. Another example. This is a very common example, and I'm sure that everyone might have experienced this. So in my life, there is a dearth of friends. Now I accept that fact that now I've got angels as my friends, so I don't feel that feeling anymore. So there was a time when I used to run for the, after the people. And what the people used to do was, they used to just throw me out of their lives without any rhyme or reason. There was no reason as such. And I used to get confused that what did I do? What did I do to, what did I do to offend them? Did I do something that has made them angry? And why did they do that? I could not understand that. And my life used to become a puzzle. I used to again get stressed because of this. I used to howl and cry for hours together. I used to run. I wanted to hold them. That please don't go from my life. I'm here with you. Please don't go away. Don't leave me alone. But then I realized, slowly and gradually, I started accepting that, Sharoo, people, whosoever comes in your life, you have preordained that. You have decided it, that these people are going to come for this duration, for this period of time. They will finish their work and they're going to go. Their role has finished. There is something better that is waiting for you. And you have to focus on that rather than focusing on the people who are not there. So let it be. Let things be and let universe take the action. And when I started loosening my grip on all these things, then was the time when I started getting the abundance from them. When this understanding, when this acceptance came to me. Next, for me, acceptance means letting go. The earlier point was letting things be the way they are. Now, another thing is to let things go. What we do is we don't want to let go of our past. We don't want to let go of the people who hurt us. We don't want to let go of the memories, the painful memories. We want to relive them and we want to cry and howl. We don't want to accept it. Sometimes it is very important that we need to understand. There is one quote that I'm going to quote which is my favorite one. You know, when life gives you lemon, make a lemonade and start eating cookies also with it. But I'm adding one more point. Don't even forget to throw the peels of that lemon into the bin. That means delete those people, delete those situations, delete those circumstances that have given you pain, but delete them only when you have learned the lessons from them. Learn the lessons from them and then move on. Don't get stuck there. That is what is acceptance for me. Then acceptance is realizing that what is important for you is not necessarily important for the other person. We always assume things. We always assume that whatever priority is ours, the other person is also having the same priority. But I'm sorry to say that, friends, even your spouse doesn't have the same priority as yours. And that is why there is so much of discord in a relationship, because we do not try to accept that every person, be it even your spouse, your children, they have different priorities in life. Being a spiritual counselor, people used to get so depressed with this kind of an attitude of their spouses. They used to come, not even spouses also, when they used to be in a relationship, they used to tell me, Sharoo, I texted that person and that person did not bother to text me. I said, it's okay, so what? Probably that person is hung up somewhere. Maybe the person has some other priority that he or she is looking into. Aren't we supposed to understand that also? It is not necessary that the person is going through the same thing what you're going. Maybe the person is going through something else. And we need to understand that as well. We have to empathize that. So we need to accept that as well. We have to accept everything, whatever comes in our way. Then for me, acceptance is to, you can say, steer towards your goal or aspirations, because everybody has our own goals, our own aspirations, our own dreams, but it will only happen when we will start accepting our own capabilities, which we generally don't do. Because we feel that we are not capable enough. Probably somebody else is, but we are not. Once we start believing in our own capabilities, I'm sure we are going to reach to that dream, to that level where we want to. Because always remember, whenever we're talking about acceptance, the key word over here is not yourself, it is yourself, not others. The key word is always you, yourself, not others, when you are accepting the things. And last but not the least, acceptance for me means forgiveness. Because acceptance feels best when you start forgiving yourself and you start forgiving others. I am not saying that if you don't want to forgive that person right away, right now, please don't do that, because it is a process. You might take entire incarnation to forgive that person, but what I would request is, before you die, forgive everybody who has hurt you. Forgive yourself, because this will give you a lot of peace. Forgiveness does not mean that you are saying that whatever the other person has done is fine. You're not accepting that. What you want is, you want that your life should be peaceful, and you should be able to focus on that life which is going to bring more abundance to you rather than getting stuck into that. So what happened was, when I started installing this habit of acceptance in me, so I not only became very content from inside, I became very grateful for the things that I had. Slowly and gradually, I started accepting the rejections and the failures. Otherwise, I used to cry so much. I was a crybaby. That, oh my God, I have failed in this. Oh my God, there is nobody coming to me. Oh my God, what will happen to me? So slowly and gradually, what happened was, I started accepting failure and rejections as my path of progression. When it started doing that, what happened was, I started attaining self-actualization, which empowered me. Because that self-actualization gave me a lot of strength and confidence. And today, if I'm able to speak in front of you, it is all because of this inner work, this acceptance that I did. Now, the most awaited part of the session, I think, is the tips to cultivate this acceptance. कैसे करें cultivate इसे? कहाँ से लाएं acceptance? कैसे करें acceptance? How do we do that? Number one, which is the most important factor, and which is the most important one in your life, actually, if you start thinking, is stop comparing yourself. Problem is, you might have also read a quote that I shared in the Beam family also, which said that please do not compare yourself with the tidbits of what people are putting in FB or any social media. Trust me, social media is a beautiful platform where you can learn so much, but it all depends upon you. How are you doing it? But what happens generally is, if somebody puts a photograph, or if somebody tries to share their few minutes of happiness with us, whereby they want our love and blessings to them, what we do is, we start comparing ourselves. What we will do is, we'll start thinking, oh my God, she has got everything. She has got lovely kids. She's got lovely family. She has nothing to lose. She's everything that she's been asking for, and everything is working out for her. She's got so many luxuries. She's going out, she's going international, and she has so much money also. Now, who is in pain? You are in pain, and that is the reason why there are so many people who are getting into smiling depression nowadays, because of all these things, these comparisons. Nobody wants to do any work on their own selves. They always want to feel that, okay, the field in that person's house, that garden in that person's house is green. But what about me? I don't have a garden which is green. But are you working to make that garden green? Are you doing something? Maybe that person who has just shared their achievement with you, probably that person has achieved it after the longest of the periods. And the person is so happy that they shared it with you. The person might have done so much, they might have worked so hard for it. It's very funny. So there were so many people who, call me up and they say that, Sharoo, what do you have to bother? You have everything with you. You have angels with you. You don't have to worry about anything. They're always there. So if there is something that is going to happen in your life, they're going to tell you. You don't have to bother about anything. So everything they have given you, the money, the abundance, the love, everything. What they fail to understand is that in these years of my life, and especially these 23 years of my life, the married life, I struggled a lot. Today, where I am, it is not something that, it just happened in a jiff. I literally worked my ass off. I had to literally work on myself every day, every minute, every second. And today also I'm working. It's not that I have stopped, because angels will not let me stop. And I will keep doing that till I die. But then people do make assumptions. But that is okay, because that is something that, they are talking from their sense of awareness. But then I make them understand. And this is what is happening with the social media, where we are comparing ourselves. We need to understand that everybody is born with a different skill, different competencies, different talents. For example, today, Madhu Garu, if we talk about her, if I start comparing with her, there's no comparison, because she makes beautiful mandalas. I can't do that. If I start comparing, oh my God, if I start getting jealous, oh my God, she's doing so many sessions and she makes good mandalas, and Sharoo, you're not able to do that. What will happen to me? My life is going to go into the pits. Yes, I can learn from her. And to tell you the fact that I did learn how to make mandalas with her, and she's a beautiful teacher, and thank you so much to her also. So you can learn things, you can hone different skills. If I am a speaker, a good speaker, probably Pamni Garu is there, who is a good singer. I can't sing, she can. So similarly, you have different talents. Everybody is born with a talent and a skill. So we are not supposed to compare, but we are supposed to hone our skills, and we are supposed to keep learning more skills if we want to. This is how we start accepting. The second thing is change what you can change. So I have a serenity prayer. I'm going to, tell you about that. This serenity prayer is very close to my heart, because I used to, say these words out loud, and it really brought wonders in my life. So when we talk about serenity prayer, it says that, God, please grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference. This prayer is so, so deep. And when I understood the meaning of this serenity prayer, I brought it into my life. I started affirming this prayer. So what I mean to say is that acceptance means bringing necessary changes in our life. What happens is, I have seen people who will say negative statements. For example, I'm not healthy, I can't do this, I can't come out of the addictions, I'm an angry young woman, I can't do this. So what happens is, these statements are reflecting the idea that nothing can be changed. So now there are people who say, no, Sharoo, we have accepted who we are. See, even if I have put on so much of weight, even if I'm binge eating, even if the stress is responsible for that, I have accepted my body the way it is. But now here, they're not accepting anything. They have given another name to acceptance, which is giving up. They are giving up on themselves, and they feel that they are accepting themselves, because they want to be in that mirage, because they want to hold somebody else responsible for their condition. And at the end of the day, they will start comparing themselves, and then they will start wallowing in pain that, oh God, how is she like that? And how am I not like that? You need to work. You need to change. You need to come out of your comfort zone. Then only things are going to change. When you start accepting, the way things are, and the way things you can change. When you start changing the things in your life, when you start accepting the things, that is the time when you actually bring this out of acceptance. Then third, which is not the least, but the most important fact, which will help you cultivate this art of acceptance, is to accept the truths of life. Now, generally what happens is we always, everybody here in this world, is there any person who does not want happiness? Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants that there should be no suffering or no pain. But can that happen? Because everything is preordained. We have to learn the lessons, and we have to learn the lessons through these challenges and through these lessons. We have to learn that. And so the pain is going to be there. It is going to be imminent. But the question is, do you want to suffer with that pain? Because suffering is optional. Suffering is something that you bring into your life. So now what happens is that we start resisting certain things. And when we start resisting certain things, those things persist. And what happens is we don't want those things to be there in our life. So we keep fighting the battle with our own selves. And we also know that we are going to lose that battle, but still we keep fighting that battle. Because we don't want to accept those truths of life, that pain is going to be there. But how are we going to make the life beautiful is absolutely up to us. There's one quote that recently I was hearing Sadhguru's discourse also. So he says that if something hurts you, there are two things that you can become or you can transform. Either you can be a wounded one or you can be a wise one. So the more you are hurt, the more you become wiser. And I absolutely agree with him. The more you're hurt, the more you become wiser. Now it depends upon you. You want to be wounded, you want to sit at one corner, won't be wounded and don't do anything about it, or you want to become wiser and take the hold of your life in your hands, take the steering of your life in your hands, and make yourself happy. So that is something absolutely onto you. So for me, this is the art of acceptance. So I hope I covered the points. I hope I was able to give you information enough that will help you in honing this skill of acceptance, this virtue, because this virtue is very, very, very important. And this virtue is never talked about anybody. So yes. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you, angels, for giving me this courage to talk about this virtue in front of so many people. Thank you, people from the YouTube who are listening to me. Thank you so much. And if somebody wants to say something, you're most welcome.
Hi, Sharuji.
Yes.
So that was a wonderful session. I could not hear everything because we are here with Ananya. Bits here and there. The best thing I liked was when you said, when life gives you the lemon, make the lemonade with it. So that's the essence of it. Acceptance comes once we have such kind of energy within us, that anything that comes, I take the best out of it. So thank you. Always when you come, there is lot of wonderful information you keep sharing. So thank you. We will go through the YouTube, because I know there was a lot of wisdom that was there flowing through. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ramgaru. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. And yes, we are going to drink that lemonade. I drink it every day. So yeah. So thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes, Sapna ji.
Hello, Sharuji. As usual, you just inspire me a lot. And it has been an awesome listening. As Ram Garu just mentioned, I also loved the when life gives you lemon, but I like the part that you added, and you said that throw the lemon peels also. And my question is that thing, that particular task, like if you relate it to your life and want to throw away the bad experiences and not only stay away with people who hurt, but also leave the bad experience, is very difficult to do. I am really struggling to do that. Any guidance, any help in that direction would be very helpful, Charity.
Sapna, actually, again, I said that it's a process. So even if you're not able to forgive or forget anything, that is absolutely okay. It takes time. Just let it process within yourself, because the soul knows when is the right time for you to move forward. But yes, don't sit back. Keep working on it. Keep working. Because, one mantra I'll give you: whenever somebody does something wrong with me, which people keep doing today also, what I say or what I do is, okay, that is their karma, and I have to do my karma. I have to respond to what they are doing. I don't have to react to what they are doing. So whatever they have done, it is because they are on that level of awareness, and I want to do it on my level of awareness. Because if I also stoop to that level, then what is the point of me learning meditation, doing meditation for 11 years? What is the need for that then? So they will come to that level if they want to. What about me? So start accepting these facts that, okay, the person has done what the person has done. That is okay. How you want to come out of it is the basic thing. You cannot stay there and stink, and you cannot there and just keep breaking yourself. You have to come out of it.
Right.
And that is
Right.
an inside job. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly the thing I'm trying to do, and I find that I guess that's the most difficult part to
Yes.
do. And as you
Yes.
said, it is a work in progress. So yeah, I'll continue, and these sessions definitely help me. I try to join as much as possible for every day 11 a.m. session, but sometimes I am able to, sometimes I'm not. But every time I get onto it, I really learn a lot, and it helps. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Deepest gratitude.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sapna. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Lovely hearing and listening from you also. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yes, Kamakshi ji.
Hello, lovely Sharuji. Very nice, brilliant talk. And I like the music as well. It was a wonderful meditation I had today. I just wanted to add what you said was very, very apt. Acceptance to any situation or anything or any result is not correct. It doesn't exist. It should not exist as an entity on its own, I think. Acceptance should always be an underline to the result of an effort. And that has to always go hand in hand. Otherwise, there'll be laziness, idleness. And even if we take an example of meditation, I'm not putting effort into meditation, but I can accept saying that this is what I am. But no, you know that you can put more effort and you can do more. And I can also compare in a way, in a good way, that you, when you have to know where to go, people who have reached some heights, and that's a good way of comparing. Otherwise, you will think this is the absolute and you will not know where to go, and you can't move higher up any field it may be. So if you have to become an expert, you need to know where to rise. But you always have to know that you can put effort in your own terms. You may think that it's brilliant effort, but in absolute levels it may not be. But keep putting the effort that is the maximum on your behalf, and take the result that comes to you. That is acceptance, which is just what you said. But it doesn't exist on its own. If you take it on its own, then it's all goes very slow pace, slow, no learning, no development at all.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Kamakshi ji, because that's why I say that only meditation is just not sufficient. When you start meditating, you have to start doing the inner work as well, what the meditation is telling you to. Why does Pitama Patriji always says that read books, because when we start reading books, when we start meditating, it opens our complete perspective, and we start working on ourselves. Because just doing meditation, sitting here and going deep inside is not something that is enough. We need to do the inner work, and that is why meditation is there. Meditation is trying to do the groundwork for your inner work, but the inner work is something that you have to do. And as far as the competition is concerned, Kamakshiji, I feel that out of 100% people, there are 99% people who do not believe in healthy competition. They always believe in comparing themselves in a negative way. So generally, what I feel is I am my own competition. I do not look up to anybody. I do not look down at anybody. I do not do that, because I don't want to put anybody on that pedestal, because everybody is the same. We are the same. I am same. I am Kamakshi and you are Sharoo. You are Kamakshi, I am Sharoo. It's something of that sort. So I have to compare myself with myself. So I start doing that thing at the end of the night, that Sharoo, what did you do today that you have to change tomorrow so that you become a better version of yourself? Rather than thinking what Madhu Garu did and I have to be better than her. So, that is the kind of my thinking. This is my perspective. Your perspective is absolutely respected and it's accepted, definitely, but this is how I feel, because
No,
I don't
sorry, just the aspect that I wanted to say was, in terms of, I can give an example. Yes, it's not a direct compare. We should, I didn't mean we have to compare between two persons or something, but when you have to go to a higher achievement, then you have to see what is your highest goal and not limit yourself. For example, this is not from spirituality, but for example, if we see Wright brothers who tried to fly and they failed, if everybody in science, let's say, if they have limited themselves thinking that this is what I am, then we won't progress at all. But if you see, even for somebody like a boy who has aspiration to become a scientist, he can look upon all the previous scientists who struggle hard, and then he can have a goal to say that, yes, I need to reach that. That's what I'm trying to say, not comparing between each student or anything. But when you have higher aspirations, like you aspire to be a guru, like as you exactly said, like I want to be like Patriji, I want to be like that person who has attained that. So that will help us to guide us through. This is what I meant. Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to be like Patriji. Patriji is one of a kind, so no ways. I can't be like
no,
him.
just an example of what we were saying, because you said if we have to become Patriji, we have to do all these things.
Yeah.
So it was an example from that. Yeah.
Inspiration. Yeah. Yes, inspiration. He is
Yeah.
my inspiration.
Correct.
He's my inspiration. Yeah, that's okay. I don't aspire to become like him, but yes, he's my inspiration because he teaches me towards a certain goal. Like angels are there who teach me to go at a particular path. So yes. So yeah, thank you, Kamakshi. Thank you for bringing up these points and this discussion, because this also has probably answered so many questions of so many people. So thank you, Kamakshi.
Thank you.
Love you a lot. Love you a lot. Thank you so much.
Same from here. Okay, same here.
Thank you. Yes. Anyone else? Okay, so there is so much of silence.
I think Sharoo, Kamakshi ji wants to share something. Yes, Kamakshi ji?
Okay.
Sorry, what is it?
Okay.
She just did. Yeah.
Okay, I saw your hand raised, so I thought, okay, fine. Okay, Kamakshi ji.
Yeah.
Also, can I request Madhu to put the link for the sitar music today? It was wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll do that, Kamakshi ji.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we have Sumti ji. Yes, Sumti ji, please go ahead.
Thank you, Madhuji. Hi, Sharuji. Beautiful,
yes, Sumati ji.
in-depth meditation and wisdom sharing. You're absolutely true about acceptance. And I think it goes hand in hand with our inward journey. And Obviously, we know all these nuts and bolts towards day-to-day happiness, which involves forgiveness, gratitude, and acceptance, etc., etc. But like you say, putting into implementation is where our journey starts. We can read and just scan it and discard it. We can read the theory and implement it. So like you say, and I would like to share my experiences in a nutshell. When I've totally accepted a situation, circumstances, human being with my DNA or non-DNA, surprisingly, there's a great release of energy. And guess what? There is abundance of, how do I put it? Positivity. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You feel this is not the right situation. This is not the right circumstances. Oh, this person shouldn't have done this thing. And why? You know, when I've not done it, you know, all these things, all our expectations, anticipations. And when you just accept this, the whole scenario as it is, surprisingly, you feel the people come back to you. The situation just turns around and it just rewards and awards. And it's so beautiful. Honestly, all you lovely ladies must keep trying. But it is a difficult one, trust me, because you feel, we are right, we are correct. But that's where we should let go, because we have not totally accepted them, the situation as it is. Yes, like Sharoo mentioned once, we have to protect ourselves. That's true. So that's why we accept it, isn't it? If we don't accept it, we don't protect ourselves, right? We keep going down and digging into a tunnel and burrowing it, going in a whirlwind with the same situation. You're true, Sharoo. Thank you so much. And ever since I've embarked into meditation intensively, there are days that I'm not able to do it. I've realized all those theories of nuts and bolts of happiness, I'm able to implement it without any problems. And things are better.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you, Sharoo.
Thank you so much.
Madhuramji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your also the pieces that you share with us, because these are also very valuable pieces that you share with us. And I also learn, so many things from you, from each and every member of the family who keep sharing their wisdom with me. So I just keep downloading it inside. So thank you so much, Samutiji, for coming every Friday here with me and sharing your experience. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ji.
Yes, anyone else? So before we end this session, there is again a song that Madhugaru is going to play, which we are going to enjoy like we all do every week, every Friday. So we are going to listen to that music, that song, and we are going to be with that song. We are going to just swirl with that song. We are going to be one with that song. So just stay tuned here. Don't go anywhere. Just try to be here with all of us, with these energies and with the energy of that song that is going to be played shortly by Madhugaru.
Yes, Sharoo. So I want to tell to our friends who are watching in YouTube, sorry friends, we have to end the call here itself because of the copyright issues of the song. So if you know the Zoom link, please do join us here in the Zoom and please listen to the song. It's a 9-minute song, however, it's a very beautiful one. I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Okay, so Kinneriji wanted to say something.
Kinneriji.
Yeah, I just wanted to share very briefly. I will just share my view about this. What I have learned from the childhood that if somebody got something, and if you haven't got those things like quality, like for example, like you can speak very beautifully, and Madhu, she can do mandala very beautifully, and I would just feel that very bad about it because I can't do either of these. So rather than appreciating it, if I would feel bad in my heart, that would just destroy relationship between among those people. So rather than just feeling bad about it, just try to learn and look up on them and try to learn something from them rather than just feeling bad about it. So always appreciate whatever what other people got rather than feeling bad about it. So like jealousy is not there, should not be there anywhere. So it's a kind of jealousy. It should not be there in any relationship. Never ever. Otherwise, it would just destroy. You won't get anything. But the negative side is just you lose your relationship. So that is what I have learned from the beginning. So for me, in my dictionary, jealousy is not there. Yeah. So that is what I just wanted to share. That is how I think about everything.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kinderiji. I think you are an inspiration to so many. You think that you don't have what the other people have, but I feel that you have so much that you can give to other people, more than what I have. So I think you have that strength in you to pull up this challenge that is there in your life. I don't think so. There are very many people who can do that. So I bow down to you, Kinderiji, for your strength, your perseverance, and your patience. So thank you so much, and thank you to your husband Dineshji. I mean, he also is a party to that because he's been there as a patient spouse, a listener, a partner, and a soulmate to you. So thank you so much to both of you. Thank you. I bow down. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.